What up, One Piece community? We got a special guest here on the Bros Who Think Network. We got Straw Hat for Life. You may know him from his TikTok. He is one of the best One Piece theorists out there on the TikTok sphere. Had him join myself and Jazz to talk some One Piece with you today. So how you doing, Straw Hat, man?
I'm good, bro. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you for having me on board.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Jazz, how are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good. All that grass I mowed this morning is kind of messing with my nose, but I'm good now.
Bro,
You know
you
what I'm
got
saying?
you got something going on every day, bro.
I
Bro,
really
the
do,
weather
son.
sucks.
Hey, you're not wrong about that. It'd be flip-flopping down here.
It's the worst. It is the worst. But see,
Cornell, you in Florida?
No, we live in Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah, it's just as bad.
Yeah.
wait, do you live in Florida, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all got similar weather patterns to us. I hear hurricane season is supposed to be really bad this year, but I digress. That was us just connecting on where we were. But all right, let's talk some One Piece. We're here to talk Yonko versus Admiral. I'll start with you, Straw, man. What is your whole take on that? Because the community is hot. Where do you align? And just tell us how you feel about that whole thing.
Hey, especially after Elevate 08, my Admiral agenda's just plummeted. I can't lie. I had Kizaru, partially like high diff against Luffy, but now I'm gonna say it's basically a no diff for Luffy as a Yonko.
I like this take.
Okay, you saying no diff? I'm with you that Luffy wins. I don't know if I'm saying no diff though, bro. That's crazy.
I mean, all Kizaru's done at this point is cause a scratch on his head. I'm not gonna catch a cheek scratch as a that's a feat for an Admiral. If that's the feat, that's Admiral people starving.
Hey, look, that is fair. That is fair. He didn't do he really hasn't done any damage, and I guess you could say that when Luffy got tired,
they
that was
always
like
run to he kicked him through a laser barrier that Vegapunk created. So that upscales Vegapunk's creations, not Kizaru.
Yeah. See, I already like where this is going. I love it.
Jazz, you think it's no diff?
You know what? I'm even though I like his take, look, I'm gonna be a little more generous to Kizaru. I would say it's still mid to high diff. I don't really know what's going on with Kizaru, man. Like at this point, I wouldn't even consider him a combatant in this stuff because he's not
mentally nerfed, bro. We gotta be gentle,
he's not even in it no more, dog.
The crazy thing is, like, I expected so much from him. Like he really kind of let people down this chapter.
Well, let's take it back to Wano when we saw Green Bull arriving, right? And everyone instantly thought Green Bull was gonna pull up and have this showcasing, and he took out Raizo and that what's her name? I can't think of her name right now. Basically two people from Shinobu. He took out Raizo and Shinobu. That was his best feat. An Admiral coming to Wano took out Raizo and Shinobu. That for me sealed the deal when Luffy was on the hill laughing and Sanji, Zoro, Jinbei all watching this happen. It's like, oh, we didn't even need to get involved. We could just hang out. Showing the comparison to when Luffy went to Whole Cake Island, he couldn't even make it past Cracker, yada yada yada, to get to a Yonko, right? It's a perfect parallel. When Luffy got to Whole Cake, he couldn't make it to Big Mom without all these problems, right? Same with Green Bull. Green Bull trying to get to this Yonko. Give me Straw Hat Luffy. Give me Straw Hat Luffy. You got to go through this person. And guess what? Before he could even get to Straw Hat Luffy, he still would have had to get Sanji, Jinbei, Zoro. Like, let's say he made past the Scabbards, right? What's he doing to the whole Straw? Green Bull was never making it to Luffy. That's the whole point Oda was trying to show us. People didn't understand that, and now Oda's trying to teach him an egghead. That's how I see it.
Okay. Look, I didn't like Green Bull from the jump anyway. Like, shout out to my man Shanks, giving him that Wi-Fi hockey.
Terrible character.
Love it.
God. It's so nice to see a character like Green Bull, because for a minute I was like, dang, I feel like the admirals could all kind of turn on the world government. Then he drops Green Bull, and I'm like, yes, finally, just give us
Prejudice
a straight
brings stability.
Yes, give us a straight fascist. That's what I want. Like, give us somebody who won't turn on the government. I love that.
I never thought I'd hear somebody say that, like, especially an admiral. Prejudice brings stability. Like, come on now, bro.
Like, bro, they being prejudiced against you. You know that, right? Like,
he think he with it.
Oh, he one of his statements was, Wano is an unaffiliated state from the world government. You have no rights.
He did say that.
That is crazy to say.
He did say that. That is a wild thing to say. But my thing is, like, I just don't know why people think, okay, so, like, I'm not going to count out Kiji in this because he's not an admiral anymore. But, like, outside of Akainu, like, who could really mess with the Yonko? Like, I mean, Fujitora, maybe.
The Holy Knights, the God's Knights. Like, that's why when Dragon introduced the God's Knights, he said the real battle doesn't start until the God's Knights make their appearance. He didn't start. This is Dragon, somebody that's been actively fighting the world government for 40 years. He didn't state, oh, the battle starts when Akainu leaves his desk when he's done signing papers. He didn't state that. He said the battle starts when the God's Knights make their appearance. So that tells us that Akainu is just the face of the world government, just like the Gorosei called him. He's a paper pusher.
Hey, we getting that Akainu smoke. But look, I'm gonna even back him up a little bit because, like, all the admirals were there and they barely took Kuma, down Whitebeard's crew.
Let's a warlord of the sea made it right past him and is now on Egghead, was able to punch the Gorosei in his face. Why? Because Akainu let him.
Dang, you think he getting in trouble over
that? He's fired.
Yeah.
Hey, where was Kuma? Where was Kuma before he got to Egghead? Oh, he was on the red line.
Wait,
who was there?
You know what?
Akainu. He didn't stop. Nah, bro, he let him go.
You know what? That would bring actually a viable reason for Akainu to actually start moving. If the world government is like, you didn't do your job, and that's why Kuma punched the Gorosei in the face, and so now Akainu's like this rogue, fault, isn't it? Like, you know.
I mean, I blame.
That's
Akainu.
Fair. That is fair.
He could just be a rogue vigilante. He can go and kill as many pirates as he wants.
Yo, he could just be a bounty hunter and just dip. But look, I'm gonna say this. With Garp, seeing Garp do at Blackbeard's spot, it's like, yo, can any of y'all do that? Can any of y'all like that are there do anything like that? Like, I don't know if any of them can single-handedly. Maybe
right now, I got all the Yonkos above all the Admirals. It's not even a contention for me.
Even
if we talk about
this furthers my buggy agenda.
You know what's funny? Let me say it like this: are all the people scaling Van Augur off the anime feat he just had against the cracker biscuits? The biscuits.
I asked you about that. You remember we talked about that in the last review? How did Van Augur destroy that shit?
Hold on. I'm about to cook the Admiral fans. If we're gonna scale the Van Augur feat with the cracker biscuits, we're going to scale Big Mom's Book of Library, where she has an admiral trapped in the Book of Library. In the world of books, there's an admiral trapped in the world of books. So if we're going to transition to accepting some of the anime feats for the Blackbeard Pirates, you're going to have to accept the anime feats for Big Mom capturing an admiral, and then accepting the fact that he doesn't have the hockey to beat a Devil Fruit ability, where we've seen hockey directly affect Devil Fruit abilities, as Law stated, meaning this admiral of the no name, whatever you want to argue, still doesn't have the hockey to perform. As we're seeing on Egghead, where's Kizaru's hockey?
Yeah, he hasn't shown any. That's been kind of crazy. I
feel like that's gonna be the
we saw LaRob Lucci use hockey against Zoro.
We did.
Yeah.
And we see Kuzan use hockey with Garp. We did. He did.
But I feel like if you don't have like if you don't have a good teacher, like Kuzan had the benefit of having Garp. So it's like, obviously Garp gonna teach him hockey. But it's like, when you have a fruit as busted as Kizaru's, like, to everybody else that's like not top 15 in the verse, like, you're basically a god. Like, if we being real. So it's like, I get why he would never really have to use hockey if you have light, but then it's like, damn, that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like kind of showing you up a little bit.
You're kind of vulnerable. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, I don't count Buggy. Buggy would get his ass whooped. Like,
don't do that.
I'm doing it, bro.
Buggy,
I'm doing it, bro. Buggy would get his ass whooped, and it don't even like. And I don't want to hear anything about Mihawk or Crocodile.
You bring up Buggy. Hold on. Look at this statement we just got from Saturn about Katarina Devon. I'm surprised you follow Blackbeard. You're level 6 impel down. Yada yada yada, right? Buggy's crew is Buggy's crew because he's still got like 100 impel 6 prisoners following him. So besides Mihawk and Crocodile, you still got to get past a bunch of Katarina Devon type people.
Well, I'm just saying,
people that are savages. So
Look, if that clown, because I'm with you with every other Yonko, but if that clown 1v1'd any of them, he's done. He's toast.
Hey,
You
look,
know,
it's all
over.
fun and games until Buggy's Awakening is Sukuna's domain expansion, and then everybody quiet.
Hey, let's not forget the buggy balls. Them buggy balls do damage.
Hey. Yo, you Buggy
fans.
Know what?
I'm actually, you know what? I think Buggy can actually take on all the Vice Admirals because what is a Vice Admiral doing to a Buggy ball?
That's perfect take. Perfect take.
Is this part of your Buggy theories of him being a great pirate one day? You
know? No. The Vice Admirals are just trash. No.
That's hilarious. It's true though. It's true. The Vice Admirals are terrible.
They look bad, man. Like
they're being carried by Garp so heavily. Like
I know T-Bone was a captain when Zoro one-shot him pre-time skip, but like that was a Vice Admiral right after that. So that always got that. I'm like.
In that Toga crunch, that dude died. Like Broggy,
which is crazy.
Busted him.
Which is crazy because like that was actually gonna be like I feel like that was actually gonna be the showing to where I was like, whoa, the Vice Admirals are cool. Like if that had hit Frankie, I feel like we would have seen some serious damage. But
that was my favorite Marine because out of all the Marines, he's the only one that carried and upheld justice. And like it's funny because he died, and the next statement we got from Dragon is there's no justice in the Marines. So after T-Bone's death, there's no more justice in the Marines.
He's like, well, it's all over now. It's really all over now.
But hey, look, I'm trying to think, is there any Yonko that could beat a Admiral? Admiral, any Yonko that's beatable? It's like, can't say Shanks, definitely can't say Kaido. I wouldn't say Big Mom, and we saw it took all of them to beat Whitebeard, so like I'm kind of leaning.
I don't see a single Admiral. I could see maybe if it was like a jump fest between all the warlords and an Admiral, possibly. Like, but we're not talking about Kaido. It'd have to be like Big Mom.
Yeah.
Like, if all the warlords jumped Big Mom and an Admiral was there, yeah, they'd probably win.
You would have to fight Big Mom in like a barren land where she can't touch anything and she can't make homies. Because if you give her like a whole environment, like if it's like obviously if it's like them all jumping Big Mom, that could turn very fast depending on what her environment is.
If she could also just say life or death, and if anyone's scared, they're instantly gone. And now she got more souls.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And that would fuck them. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see the Admiral fans. Their agenda's not really working. It's not really working.
No. It comes down with reading comprehension, and the Admiral fans are lacking.
I love how this is a reoccurring thing. It's a reoccurring thing on our reviews that we always question the fandom's reading comprehension. So look, you're fitting right in. Actually,
he called them illiterate.
One of the biggest videos on the TikTok right now is like going viral is like a guy yelling into his screen like, oh, it's not about reading comprehension, it's about the agenda. We don't care.
That's JD. Oh god, that's JD, dude.
It's not about reading comprehension anymore.
Actually, if we could like switch topics real quick, you know the craziest thing, I don't know what's been happening on just social media in general, but like people are questioning like the basic bare bones of like how One Piece works. Like this morning I saw a tweet where it was like, why did Oda decide to have water be the main weaknesses of devil fruit users? And it's like, I'm just sitting there like, isn't that not explained like in the first couple chapters? Like, are we being serious right now? Like, what is going on? Like, those aren't real complaints.
No, it's funny because like One Piece has such a unique power system, and because it's such a unique power system, it's such a shock to the people that don't watch or read One Piece. Like that's all it is. Oh, Naruto can walk on water. Well, we're talking about Naruto's power system. Well, Ichigo can swim. Oh, cool. Bleach. That's not a like it's a unique power system, and it's just outside of One Piece. They feel like it's a way to just throw shade or dirt on the show.
And the power system's really just like, it's crazy when you think about it, because now we're questioning like, okay, is his hockey strong enough to counteract this devil fruit type situation? Like with Law and Stronger and shit like that. It's like, it's becoming way more complex than we originally anticipated.
Yeah, if we look at like that with the fight with Law and Blackbeard, right, where Law literally took an effect and outpaced it with his hockey, right, just beat it straight up effect. Why can't an Admiral do that to a Yonko? If they're superior, why is Luffy's Devil Fruit affecting the Admiral?
Hey, that's a great point. I didn't think about that.
If Admirals are superior to Yonkos, where's his hockey to negate Luffy's Devil Fruit ability?
I need to see Luffy turn Kizaru into rubber.
Well, I
mean, he's turned everything around him to rubber. Damn near.
It would be cool if we saw something else, but like when he stretched his head like that, that was him turning Kizaru into rubber. And that's my argument for why Kizaru didn't bleed, because he made Kizaru Rubber Man, also expanding his blood vessels. So like that's why I say he didn't bleed when Luffy punched him.
That White Star Gun was lethal, dude.
Oh, when it went inside his eyes?
That was like the only hit, because I think Kizaru was dodging everything else. Like that's the only hit Luffy got in on him, and it automatically put Kizaru
the
down.
armament hockey punch when he was going to unalive Bonnie and Kuma. That was another hit.
Yeah.
And that was 100%. Kizaru saw it coming at the last second, so you know he wasn't using observation. Which, like, you think if an Admiral had observation hockey, he would have easily dodged a punch like that.
That goes back to Jazz's thing of observation is the most fickle bitch in One Piece, man.
I feel like it could be the coolest power, because I want Usopp to like be the best at it, but it's like, damn.
Because my thing is like, why didn't Sanji see Kizaru's foot? Like, why still stand on
that? I think Usopp just has to calm his mind and like understand how to handle himself in the battlefield, because right now he's just too frantic, and observation, you have to be calm. So
that's facts, and he's not.
He's got to have some development there.
I just need Usopp feats. Don't mind me, y'all. I just need Usopp feats.
And while we got you, Shrine, let me ask you, man, how do you feel about the Gorosei strength? Because it's contested on our review shows as well. About like
I got him easily. So this is how I scale. I got the Admirals, the Gods Knights, the Gorosei, Emu.
Okay, lit. So do you think like Saturn has something up his sleeve, or do you think he's about to like kick the bucket?
Saturn's been it's so hard to say, because I think Oda doesn't want to get rid of his character this early as it's been introduced. It would just be funny. I mean, it wouldn't be funny for me, because it's like we've seen them for so long, right? We didn't know their purpose until now it's been revealed. Like they just been sitting on this throne for so long, and now we got one of them in action, and I don't want him gone. Like I'm like, there's more to this, right? Like as shitty of a character as he is, I'd like to know more about him.
Yeah, facts.
right.
More about him and his group. That's a big fact.
So I hope there's like a information dumping arc through Saturn. If they do beat him, maybe they could torture him or get some information out of him. But the whole thing that catches my eyes is he was summoned from a magic circle. So at the end of the day, as we have seen, they have last minute resort type plans, right? As Kuma Destruct Chip, like they plan in advance for everything. So Saturn being the type of person that plans in advance for everything, I don't see him getting captured. I see him just clicking a button and the magical circle just sucking him back in, and he's gone.
He escapes.
Type shit.
You know what? That's a great point, because like, okay, last night after we did the review, I was thinking, and I was like, what if Saturn like actually gets, I'm not saying it would happen, but what if like Saturn actually like gets demoted from a Gorosei because of this terrible showing, right? So I was thinking about, for those of you who watch Bleach, it's like when Grimmjow went to Katakura Town and he wasn't supposed to go because Aizen was like, no, don't go there, like you gonna get like, you know what I'm saying, you gonna get hit. And then he has Ukiura come pick him up, and then when they go back to Hueco Mundo, Aizen's like, I thought I told you not to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip you away of your Espada number 6 ranking. And so Grimmjow has to stay like as just like a regular Arankar for now. And I was like, dang, that'd be kind of, I'm not saying I want that type of Bleach influence in One Piece, but I'm just like, that'd be kind of cool if that would happen. Because then we can kind of see like what
give Eam some feats. It give Eam some
and it would also give Eam like some more personality to be like, because again, we don't really know too much about Eam, because like, are they strict? Like, do they care about the Gorosei? Which probably not. So it's like if they see one of the Gorosei fail, they're like, well, wait, I don't need you.
We saw a celestial dragon be executed by a celestial dragon, so it's like it's tough to say how much love is in that family. But at the end of the day, he helped pirates, so that was why he got executed, right? So there's a line you have to cross. So I think for the most part, Emu probably cares. You know what I'm saying? She is the mother of her children, kind of like Whitebeard. This is his family, right? You know, like she obviously sees the celestial dragons as a more important beings than any other being on the planet. Like everyone else is Saturn described insects, and as we see them get treated as such. So,
thanks. All right, I guess the final thing I ask you before we get up out of here is what do you think Vegapunk's gonna say, man?
You know, it's tough. I believe he's gonna tell the world that Sun God Nika is back, and he said this is the truth, right? So the world has extinguished one fire. For the last 800 years, they've spun a lie that this devil fruit was a rubber fruit and convinced the world that it was just nothing more than rubber. And now Vegapunk did all this research. He knows what Sun God Nika is. He called him the White Warrior. So it's like it's hard to say what he's specifically going to say, but I think it's more along going to be the lines of he's back. Sun God Nika, the person y'all have been waiting for, the man that's going to bring y'all freedom, free the world from tyranny, the crutches of the celestial dragons. You can now rejoice. You can be happy. You can pray for liberation. And the more you pray for this liberation, the more likely you are going to get this freedom and salvation. But you have to work for it. You can't just expect him to show up on your country and your doorstep and just liberate you. It's probably like as I only say this because in Wano, it was depicted through the festival that they were having that night. We had a lot of people praying, and as they all set their prayers to the sky, Luffy had the power and felt their prayers and was able to take down Kaido with the Bajirang gun. But ultimately, it was a 50-50 of the prayers from the people from Wano, and then Luffy receiving that will and making it into physical power. So I think the more people that believe in Sun God Nika, the more broken he's going to be. So it's just going to be, I think, yeah, I think it's going to be about Sun God Nika. At the end of the day, Vegapunk's is going to void century dump about this guy that's been gone for 800 years.
Hell yeah, I'm glad I asked you that because that was a different answer than you gave, than Verson gave, and then I gave. Hell yeah, fuck yeah. Thank you, Strawhat, man. All right, tell the people where they can follow you at on social media, man, where they can get your TikTok and shit.
Oh, y'all don't gotta follow me. I'm a nobody.
Oh, you want to be? Follow you, bro.
I got plenty of followers, bro. I'm just happy y'all had me on.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Well, y'all go follow me at Strawhatforlife on TikTok. So appreciate you for coming on. And yeah, man, we'll end the video here.
I appreciate y'all. Peace.